and the committee is working without partisan boundaries. It isn't a Republican or Democratic issue. It's an area that impacts all Ohioans. And Senator Cecil Thomas is here today on behalf of his Democratic colleagues in the Senate as a former police officer. Senator Thomas, welcome to say a few words.
Thank you, President Faber. It was said that this is a great day, and indeed this is a great day in the state of Ohio. I'm honored to speak on behalf of the Recodification Committee and my efforts, as well as all of those involved. As stated, I have 27 years of law enforcement, and I also am the minority ranking member on the Criminal Justice Committee. You know that I bring a different perspective simply because of my years in law enforcement. And this has been long in coming. And I'm so grateful to the leadership of President Faber and the committee chair, Judge Pepple. He cracks the whip, because we know we got work to be done, and he cracks the whip. And we have an awesome task ahead of us, and he's keeping us on point. And I'm very grateful for that. There's a lot of work to be done, as stated. And in 27 years of law enforcement, I found myself locking up repeat offenders, individuals who committed low-level drug offenses over and over again. We would send them back to the penitentiary. Individuals who were mentally ill, over and over again, same individuals. So law enforcement is going to be well accepting of this effort. And I know that so many in the communities are going to be thankful as we come up with results. There are three areas that I purposely want to focus on. One, obviously, is the over-incarceration. So many individuals are being, they're repeat offenders, and they're placed in situations where there's mandatory sentencing, and they find themselves on a low-level offense doing 10 and 15 years. And that is tremendously costly, folks, not only to the taxpayers of the state of Ohio, but to the families that are devastated as a result of an individual sitting in the penitentiary. I remember going to a penitentiary, and I visited the inmates. But while I was standing waiting to get into the intake area, I noticed a number of young children with their parents standing in line with the mothers. And I'm thinking, this is a detached system here. We got to find ways to keep low-level offenders into community-based corrections so that we can keep them connected to their families and give an opportunity for a second chance. And this out-of-the-box thinking, if you will, by our president, as well as the Recodification Committee, this is the opportunity to rethink out of the box and make these things happen. Secondly, geographically, we know that when I was there was a tremendous amount of individuals that came from Hamilton County, and there were a tremendous amount of individuals that came from Cuyahoga County. So we got to make sure that we're geographically making sure that we're doing it fairly and without any bias whatsoever. And finally, folks, I think that we definitely need to reconsider alternatives to incarceration. So many of our local jails and so many of our prisons are filled with individuals. However, we're doing a devastation to everybody by putting our low-level offenders in the penitentiary. We have to rethink that through community-based corrections and alternatives to incarceration. And finally, as I close, I would urge all of our members to take the opportunity on the Recodification Committee to go to a prison and just see the opportunities that we may have. But most of all, folks, we have a tremendous amount of bipartisan support here, as President Faber indicated, and there's a tremendous amount of student of thought, very diverse students of thought on the committee itself. Thank you all.